Brothers Market at 118 South Main Street in Sigourney, where savings are made simple. Go to www.shopbrothersmarket.com. Digital coupons, earn rewards, deal of the week, shopping deals, and more. And make sure you download the Brothers Market app. It is a smart way to shop. Get into Brothers Market at 118 South Main in Sigourney and let Rick and the staff help you out or give them a call. 641-622-2191.
Here at Helmuth Ford, we are a small town dealership with no hassle and no pressure.
Hi, this is Stacy from Shuttler Insurance Services. Come see me on the east side of the square in Sigourney for all your insurance needs.
The band Brass Pair is playing this Saturday at the Keswick Tavern at 117 South Iron Street in Keswick. Brass Pair will be playing all your favorite hits live Saturday, March 22nd from 8 to midnight, and there's no cover charge. Come have a fun night with Brass Pair performing at the Keswick Tavern this Saturday night. For just another morning show, a Friday edition.
A Friday edition.
March 21st. Welcome in.
I like how you roll your R's. I can't do it. Time
for just another morning show. My name is Steve Schattler.
My name.
Who are you?
I am Neil, the real deal Crot.
Hey, previously known as Darian Hayes on the radio. That was a long time ago.
Well, it was a long time ago. You know, probably have had a lot of names.
People have called you a lot of things.
Yeah.
Now and then.
Nice guy.
Hey, fella.
Hey, fella.
Hey, I saw this guy that looked just like you at Casey's last night.
No way.
Picking up a pizza last night.
Yeah.
And some guy was saying, hey, there's that Steve Schattler. He's a nice guy.
Really?
It looked just like you.
Huh. Was he sort of being obnoxious about, is that Steve Schattler? Is that? And nobody was biting. Except for,
actually, there was some people that were like...
Except for the gal next to me, she was getting donuts, which is an odd time of day to get donuts. But she was like, I know who it is. I'm like, gotta go. So
anyway, it was you.
It was me, and it was Steve, So
what's been shaking in the last 24 hours? Anything interesting? Anything new?
Nothing crazy.
How about Drake winning their basketball game last night in the NCAA tournament? They did.
Oh.
The number 11 seed Drake with Iowa's next coach. his asking price went
definitely.
up probably by a few dollars.
Who'd they beat? I don't even know.
They beat Missouri.
Okay, the only thing I saw this morning was number 1 Kansas.
No, they were number 1. Kansas got beat though.
But yeah, I seen that they got beat.
Yeah,
and that was a big deal because they're the second team to ever gotten. What was it?
I just want to hear what you have to say.
Okay, let me see if I remember how I read this. They were the first something or other. They beat themselves from 2005. Is how the post was. I'll find it, you jerk.
I think it's the first time they've lost in the first round
since 2005, maybe
in like 19 years or something like that.
I don't know. Well, that'd be about right.
Kansas
so they're out.
Obviously, normally makes a nice long run in the tournament.
Okay.
They were just a 7 seed this year.
Okay.
So it's not like they're the greatest team in the world. But them losing in the first round does not happen.
Huh.
So Arkansas, I know you're not a sports guy, but Arkansas is a tough team. They're traditionally a tough team. They come from the SEC. So Kansas losing in the first round was not that big of a surprise to me, but, you know.
Arkansas has a good team?
Arkansas.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, well, cool.
Huh. And obviously Drake has a good team.
Obviously.
Ben McCollum, the coach, has things rocking and rolling. With Drake, they win their first NCAA tournament game since like 1971.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
So
huge then.
It's a huge deal.
Oh, my.
And like I said, a lot of people, we missed out on DeVries from West Virginia for the next coach. A lot of people think McCollum will be the next Iowa coach. I would assume, we're going to have to divvy up some more money.
Unless
to get
Drake is like, no, we ain't getting rid of this guy. Look what he's done.
Drake can't pay him.
Maybe he's loyal. It's not all about the money, Steve.
Yeah, sure.
So, come on.
Sure. So, yes, I watched some basketball last evening for the first time in quite a while, so that was fun. And I always watch a little bit of the first round. First weekend of the NCAA tournament is kind of like a national holiday for a lot of people.
Oh, definitely.
That's the most fun basketball of the year. You like to see upsets. You like to see all the good
Yeah, there's people that take the whole rest of this week off.
I always wanted to.
Really?
I never did, but I always thought it would be really fun just to take that Thursday, Friday off.
Just sit and watch it.
Sit and watch basketball.
I'd watch it with you.
And now that I run my own business.
You don't have time.
I don't have time. Anyway, coming up later on this morning, we're going to be having Josh Clubb. Josh is my go-to guy for play-by-play announcing, and he also has his own business called Son-in-Law Services, so we're going to be chatting with Josh Clubb later on this hour. Probably he has track practice till about 7:30 this morning, so which
How old is he? He run. Oh, I thought he was like running track. I'm like, dude, that's weird.
Yeah, he's not. I mean, he might be out there running with him.
Probably.
So Josh will be coming in here later on this hour.
Oh, cool.
We'll have 1 minute with Bob Kittell coming in about 8:30. We'll get a recap of his week here in Iowa. So, boy, it's again, we're thinking back. This week, Bob was in on Monday.
Yeah, this week flew.
And now it's Friday. It seems like this week just
I don't get it.
Has flown by. Let's take a look at our weather as we're heading into the weekend. Let's go to our meteorologist, Neil Crott, as I get stuff out of the way on the screen.
That's fine. I wish I could get my screen to work. I really do. For some reason, mine won't do anything it's supposed to. So.
And you know what I meant to do last night,
What's
Neil?
that?
I meant to give you a little weather sounder. I was getting some other sound effects lined up, but I forgot to get the weather sounder.
I want it to be really, something cool.
Ding.
Yes. Now with the news.
Yes.
Or the weather. Now with the weather.
Meteorologist Neil Crott.
Yay. So we're going to do that voice today. The Garden Gate bringing us today's forecast. As always, the Garden Gate here in Sigourney, east side of the square. Fresh floral arrangements, decor. Oh, there's so many things. We'd be here for a half hour. Listing all the stuff Cindy's got over there. Been serving the area for 28 years. Today's forecast, 10% chance of showers after 5 tonight. Partly sunny, a high near 59, but breezy. Another day of breeze. That breeze, it just won't leave.
It's not easy being breezy.
It ain't. 30% chance of showers and thunderstorms before 9. So between 5 and 9 apparently is how they could have worded that. Yeah. Mostly cloudy and gradual clearing, low of 26. Increasing clouds, high near 56 tomorrow. Rain likely, thunderstorms tomorrow night. Well, good. 42. There's that word, breezy. And Sunday, a 40% chance of rain before 1, mostly sunny, a high near 58. We pretty much leveled out temp-wise, and we're just breezy for the next few days.
All right. Wow. Current conditions here in southeast Iowa. Humidity at only 55%. Winds are south at about 10 to 15 miles per hour. Barometer, 29.78. Dew point at 24. And according to the National Weather Service, we have 39 degrees here in southeast Iowa. Your weather sponsored once again by the Garden Gate.
Yes, absolutely.
Absolutely.
Woo-hoo.
What do we got next? I also wanted to hype up that we've got a game coming up here later on this morning where you're going to call in. This is different. This is different than anything we've done. You're going to call in. We've got a $10 gift card to James Family Greenhouse in Sigourney, which they're not officially open yet for spring.
Oh, they're not.
I think they open up here in about a week.
Oh.
But you're going to get a $10 gift card from James Family Greenhouse. Basically, it's going to be the first person that calls in at, what's the number?
641-622-6262.
You're going to put that number in your phone. You're going to call it, and you're going to finish this statement. I ran over what with my lawnmower?
Oh.
That's if you've had a experience where you've run something over, whether it be an inanimate object, or maybe a little furry something, or maybe a scaly something. What have you run over with your lawnmower? If you can answer that, and we're not doing it quite yet. We're going to get to it here in a little while, but we'll open up the phone lines. What was that number again?
641-622-6262.
All right. Way to go, Neil. Thank you.
I'm trying to think of the weirdest thing I've ever ran over, and there's a lot.
I can think of some things that I've run over. So if you've had a interesting experience running something over with your lawnmower,
Oh, I want to hear it.
let us know.
Can't wait.
Let's see here. On this date in his... No.
Whoa.
First, nope.
Hey.
Whoa.
Whoa.
Let's do this or that.
Okay.
It's always sponsored by Stacy Flynn, Legacy Insurance Group, and Welcome Realty in Sigourney. This or that is... Ooh, what kind of cake do you like? Cake? Regular cake? Or cupcakes?
I'm going to go cake. I mean, cupcakes are... quite frankly, they're miniature cakes.
They are.
But... it looks bad when you're eating 4 cupcakes when you can just get a huge chunk of cake. Let's be honest. So I'm going to go cake. Oh, see, this is a bad one. What's my favorite cake? Of all time, probably Roy Marble cake.
Roy Marble?
I used to call it Roy Marble cake because I actually was an Iowa fan of basketball. But I like the marble, the chocolate and the yellow cake together. That's what it's called, marble cake. And I would call it Roy Marble. My mom would ask me, what kind of cake? Roy Marble cake, of course.
Nice.
But any cake with ice cream, I'm good.
Well, I know that Sherry Westendorf is in the comments, and Sherry is the queen of cupcakes.
Oh.
So she makes the best cupcakes.
Well, does it look bad if I eat 4? Because...
See, the only thing that I don't like about cupcakes is being a guy... The frosting tends to stick to your upper lip. And your mustache.
Yeah.
I guess that would happen to a girl too if they had a mustache. But
well, it has happened. You tend not to say anything about it. Cake for me,
ma'am. You have some frosting in your mustache
and some in your sideburns.
Trim those up. Let's take a look at our question of the day. It's sponsored by Amy's Salon House and Spa, 202 North Main, Sigourney. Just stopped in and saw Amy yesterday for a minute. How many loads of laundry do you do in a typical week?
All right. I would hate to even... I'd have to keep track for a week. I did 2 loads this morning already before I came in. Yeah.
Wow.
We got up at 4.
Now, you guys have a couple of kids, teenagers in your household.
It's just nonstop. And I don't know. This could go on and on so many different ways. But yeah, I already did 2 loads today. I'll do another 1, if not 2 tonight.
How many loads of towels?
Okay.
Do you guys go through a lot of towels?
Now, that's yes. But I think it's my fault. Because I'm with a lot of people. When you get out of the shower, you're clean. You're drying off.
Sure.
So could that towel be used again? Some people say yes, some people say no.
If you're in college, yes.
Oh, yeah. And some people say, well, that towel could be used for the next shower on the floor when you get out.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, I mean, it's good enough for that, and then wash it. Get 2 uses. Nope, not me. I'm washing that thing if it even touches the ground. Even for a second, whoop, throw her in the hamper. So some of our towels get washed before being used.
There's no 5-second rule at your house.
I don't know why. Food, fine. Towels, no.
I'm trying to think. I usually do, and I do my own laundry. I'm that guy at the house.
That's all right.
I'll do my own laundry. I do the towels. We usually have a couple of loads of towels. I'll do one thing of whatever laundry that I have sitting around. So I'm usually a three load a week guy.
Wow.
With towels and clothes included. Obviously we're a lot less busy.
I'm going to say 6 is an average number of loads for me a week.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So that'll go up at noon, as it always does, on Facebook. Now we can look at what's happening on this day in history. Let's bring us back up on the screen. And again, today is Friday, March 21st. On this date in 1621, the Pilgrims and the Indians, or Native Americans or indigenous, made a treaty.
Yeah?
We all know how that worked out. 1621 for the Pilgrim Indian Treaty. 1790, Thomas Jefferson reported to George Washington, sir, as our country's new Secretary of State.
Oh, really?
1790. A few years later, 1881, the famous 20-year-long Hatfield and McCoy feud comes to an end.
That was 20 years?
Wow. Now, one of the people from the side says, "We're finally done with this stupid feud." The other one said, "Who you calling stupid?"
They started it all back up. What a time to live in. What a time to live in. Can you imagine? We should start. I got it.
By the way, I have a wah, 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 wah. But go ahead. What were
We
you
should
saying?
start Crott and Shetler feud.
Crott-Shetler feud.
And see if we can go more than 20 years.
Where's my wah, wah?
I
put the wah, wah in. There it is. Here. Thank you. You know what else I put in last night?
What?
Some just regular applause.
Oh,
so
instead of the 3 minutes
when
long,
when Josh comes in later on this morning, or Bob Kittell will be like, "Ladies and gentlemen, welcome Josh." Studio audience can give their applause.
Because the studio audience is behind glass. You can't hear them.
What else is going on today? 1963, Attorney General Robert F. Kennedy. Let's see here. By the order of Attorney General Robert F. Kennedy, Alcatraz Federal Penitentiary in San Francisco Bay closed.
When was that?
1963.
I didn't know it was that long ago.
Maybe that's something that President Trump can reopen. Let's start using Alcatraz again. Might as well.
Didn't people figure out how to break out of there?
Yeah, you can swim to shore, I think.
Yeah, I don't know if anybody
You'd have
ever
to really
survived.
be lucky to make it. But let's reopen Alcatraz.
I don't understand why it closed. I mean, you would think.
I don't know the history behind that.
Really.
So.
I want to go there someday. I do know that. I
as
do.
A prisoner? Or
no.
just to visit?
I want to do the tour. I would
okay.
love to go through it once.
And then finally on this date, 1987, televangelist Oral Roberts announced that he had to raise $8 million or God would, quote, call him home. Apparently that didn't happen until 2009 when he actually died, so televangelist.
I need...
you need...
less than 8.
Are you going to be a televangelist?
Way less than 8.
Let me tell you something, my brothers and sisters. Here at Steve Shetler Media, we've got Venmo, and you can pour in your donations. Today on the National Day calendar, it's National Common Courtesy Day.
Oh, that's all right.
Something we're lacking.
We shouldn't need a day
world.
for it.
Common sense, common courtesy.
Every day.
Ooh, you know what else today is? National Crunchy Taco Day.
I love me some tacos.
Now we're talking. I don't mind the soft tacos either.
Oh, no, I'll eat any kind of
soft
taco.
shell tacos, yeah.
The little pocket things. Tacos, man. Tacos rock.
Tacos. National... Oh, this is good for you. It's National Fragrance Day.
It's good for me?
Yeah. you are always... You're like one of those people at the mall that like... Except you're not... You're like... You just raise your leg.
I leave my own fragrance.
There's a fragrance.
That's not just at the mall. I mean, that's...
Eau de Nier.
Yeah.
It's National Memory Day. What?
Hey, what? Today is National Memory Day, and who is coming in today?
1 minute with
How
Bob.
about
Mr.
that?
Bob Memory.
There you go.
It's National Countdown Day. 20, 19,
22,
8,
14.
where were we? 1. It's National French Bread Day.
I like French bread.
That's another good thing from France.
Yeah.
French bread, French
bread.
toast, French
braid.
French fries.
Yes.
French
kiss.
Whoa. It's National California Strawberry Day.
Nobody cares. It's California.
There are a bunch of days today. It's National Single Parent Day, and it's National Teenager Day. And it's also the first full day of spring. Now, yesterday was the first day of spring,
So now
but now we're getting the first full 24 hours of spring. So,
Okay.
you go. All right.
I don't think there should be a teenager day. That's a little...
Yeah, you got to celebrate that.
Oh, come on.
How old's everybody at your house right now?
Oh, my.
Teenage-wise.
13 and 17.
Ooh, dangerous. Danger, Will Robbins.
Yeah. You have no clue. Conversations. Wow.
Hey, we do thank all of our sponsors like Brothers Market for being our headliner. We do thank Oski Dental for sponsoring our studios. We're going to take a break here from some more of our sponsors and be back with more of Just Another Morning Show after this.
Steuben from Tassel Ridge Winery is a very popular light, fruity, semi-sweet rosé wine with cherry and apple aromas and just a hint of cinnamon. It offers a spicy, tangy finish and is made entirely from Steuben grapes. Steuben is perfect as an aperitif with appetizers or with spicy dishes like Mexican or Asian stir-fry. This wine is best when served well chilled. Steuben is available at Tassel Ridge Winery and at some of our more than 350 retailers in Iowa.
Life's better when you're under our roof. Because when you feel totally protected, your family's free to enjoy their dreams.
Try it again. You're getting the hang of this. Good job.
American Family Insurance.
Contact Christy Tarr in Oskaloosa at 641-673-8965.
When shopping here at Helmuth Ford, we will do our best to put you in the vehicle that you want, that you love, and that is safe for your family.
Your safety is our focus. That's why we are a full-service repair facility.
We'd love to sell you a vehicle of your choosing. If we don't have it, we'll do our best to find it for you. If you're looking for a vehicle with low miles, a great price, and a friendly atmosphere, come visit us here at Helmuth Ford.
We look forward to seeing you soon.
See our full inventory at helmuthford.com.
Hey, we do thank Helmuth Ford. We thank Brothers Market in Sigourney for being our headliner. You know, savings, Neil, are made simple at Brothers Market. You can check out their website. You can check out their app and get more information. But do your grocery shopping at Brothers Market in Sigourney.
That's right.
Use the digital coupons, earn rewards, deal of the week, shopping deals. It's just it's a smart way to shop.
It is. And you got to take advantage of all those things. I don't.
You got to.
Yeah, I don't do a good enough job.
You don't do good enough job, Neil.
Sometimes I wish I would use the digital coupons more.
Yeah.
I forget.
Take advantage of that. Man. Hey, we are coming to you from the Oski Dental Studios, which is right above Barnwired on the south side of the square in Sigourney. Make sure you make note of that. Yeah, we are live and in living color. We're live and local right here in downtown Sigourney. And I think Toothy has made an appearance. Toothy.
Barnwired has coffee below us.
They've got a free cup of like black regular coffee today in honor of the late. I'm gonna mess up his name. Is it Jerry Damerville?
Oh, really?
How you say his last name?
Yeah, yep.
I probably butchered that, but in
definitely.
honor of Jerry today, you can get if you just like regular coffee.
Yeah,
I'll
drink it.
A free cup in Jerry's honor because he was a loyal customer at Barnwired. And,
I'll take that cup.
His funeral services are a little bit later on today. Of course, you can get that information on the In Remembrance of.
I'll take my coffee.
Is that Toothy? Listen. Is Toothy getting angry? Is Toothy asking for his coffee?
I
want my coffee.
Toothie's angry voice is scary.
Just stomp on the floor. They'll hear you. They'll hear you down there.
Oh, Steve, you're funny. We were talking about Oski Dental. You can schedule your appointments with them. Come on, Steve.
Weird.
Stop it.
Toothy, you're talking out of the corner of your tooth.
Oh, well, that would sound like this.
Call. I'm gonna take this over. Toothy, get out of here, you weirdo. Schedule your appointment with Dr. Dan at 641-673-4845. You know they are accepting new patients.
Oh.
Oski Dental will file your insurance forms for you. They're a Delta dental provider, and they're located at 902 South 17th Street in Oskaloosa. We thank Dr. Dan and all the fine folks. All the folks at Oski Dental are super nice and super friendly. They're going to help you out.
Well, that helps.
What? I thought that was Toothy and it was you.
Well, it's sort of, that transition was not very well.
Hey, keep in mind your forecast for today. Slight chance of some late day showers, otherwise partly sunny and breezy. 59. Weather sponsored by the Garden Gate in Sigourney. Let's take a peek at our tournament that's going on. We have got a heck of a matchup going on right now with Motley Crue and AC/DC, Neil. This is a very competitive battle between these two bands, two very, very popular bands from the 80s. Motley Crue, AC/DC. If you had to decide, who are you going with?
I'm going Motley Crue.
Motley Crue.
I'm a bigger Crue fan. I don't know.
This is tough. This is a tough one. I'm not like an overly huge fan of either band.
Yeah.
I kind of like them both equally. I don't know. I don't know how to pick this one.
I don't know. Yeah. I mean,
what are some of your favorite Motley Crue songs?
I was trying to remember back.
Girls.
Well, of course. What was the name? First or second? It was the first or second album. I can't remember the name of it. Too Fast for Love, I think is the name of the album. But there was a song on that I loved to this day. AC/DC.
You got Back in Black.
Thunderstruck.
Yeah, Thunder.
There's a lot of AC/DC songs.
Yeah. I love. It's a really early AC/DC song, the one with the bagpipes in it.
Yes,
I love that song.
Yeah, what is that? I can't remember the name of that, but yeah.
Way to the top if you want to rock and roll.
There you go, that one. They had some too that weren't. I think they might have made radio way back in the day, but they're not probably ones we need to talk about. Yeah.
Hey, there's your overall tournament. So far, Guns N' Roses are in the Final Four. They beat Aerosmith yesterday. Motley Crue, AC/DC going on right now. Get your votes in till 6. Then we've got, starting on Sunday evening, we'll have Journey, Van Halen. We'll jump into Def Leppard, Bon Jovi, and then we'll be in the Final Four. Yeah. So right now, the Crue against AC/DC. Thumbs up for Motley Crue, heart for AC/DC. Get your votes in. Voting started at 6 o'clock last night, goes till 6 p.m. this evening.
Sweet.
Shall we do some things, maybe? If my little thingamajigger will work here. Some things you need to know.
I would love to.
I like to do things you need to know. It's fun. It's informative. It's just good stuff. Things you need to know. Billy Corgan of the Smashing Pumpkins.
Yep, the pretty guy that we were talking about a while back.
Man. Skinny fat. I mean, I'm skinny fat, so I can say who other skinny fat people are.
Oh, I'm just fat.
Billy Corgan. I mean, it's like I'm thin through the chest area, but then you get a little bit lower, and then I get fat.
Huh?
Skinny fat. Billy Corgan is kind of the definition of skinny fat. Billy Corgan, Smashing Pumpkins, skinny fat guy, welcomed in his third baby.
Oh, cool.
Daughter Juno.
Juno,
his wife Chloe, and Billy brought in their new daughter into the world on Tuesday.
Well, congrats.
Weighed, about 10 pounds, 9.9 pounds, 22 inches.
So
it's a big baby.
Skinny fat baby.
Or just fat baby.
Right. Wow.
Oh, look at those cheeks. Oh, you go big those cheeks.
Dude, poor baby's legs are bigger than most people's forearms.
Other stuff. A UN-sponsored happiness report. The happiness report. They found that Finland remains as the happiest country in the world.
Oh, really?
Finland. Afghanistan is the unhappiest.
That's odd. I wonder why.
United States, I'm not sure how many countries are in this study, but the U.S. came in at 24. That is the lowest number ever since this study began, which I don't know when it began, but the U.S., we got a bunch of unhappy people.
That's not cool.
If half the people are happy, the other half aren't. That's just the way it is. Let's see here. Sia has filed for divorce this week. Sia.
Okay.
S-I-A.
Sia.
Filed for divorce from her second husband, Daniel Bernard, after 2 years of marriage. Now, when she was signing the divorce certificate, she had to lift up those bangs.
Oh, she's that one.
And then sign. And then.
Yes, like she's got a everyday veil.
Yeah.
That she wears. Yes. I know who you mean.
I don't know. I think she shows her face more now. It used to be where you didn't see her face. Like she would perform. She had some weird wig or something covering her face or her hair. Probably extensions. I'm assuming.
Whoa! Wig extensions, dude.
But Sia.
Fighting words. That's her hair.
Actress Gal Gadot, Wonder Woman.
Oh.
Honored with a star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame this week. Of course, some jerks, pro-Palestinian protesters, say that fast 3 times real quick.
Yeah.
Pro-Palestinian protesters disrupted the ceremony for a while because they're dirtballs.
What?
Season 2. Oh, have you seen season 1 of The Last of Us? It's on Max streaming.
No, I have not.
So it's based on a video game.
Okay.
Very popular video game, which I was totally addicted to here several years ago.
Really?
Fantastic video game. If you like zombies, you like action, you like shooting zombies, The Last of Us, great game. But season 2, so they made this into a TV show.
Sweet.
Here a few years ago. First season was on Max at least a couple of years ago. But the new season 2, going to be hitting Max on April 13th. For the first time, the entire series will be made available in sign language. That was, I don't know what I just said in sign language. But
You don't want to know. Oh my goodness.
But I'm pumped. So if you're
that's
hard
awesome.
deaf or you're hard of hearing, you'll be able to come along for the ride on The Last of Us. Well, they're not really zombies though. They're kind of zombie-ish, but they've got kind of like a fungus head. It's weird. You gotta
Really?
see it. It's pretty cool. The first season was really good.
I'm more, and I'm not by any means making fun of this. I'm trying to figure this out because we've had this discussion about movies and series when there's the subtitles. Excuse me. And sometimes Squid Games. I get myself either lost reading and then I don't pay attention. So how much harder is that going to be? No offense.
Sign language?
Because you're trying to watch that, obviously. You need to watch that to understand it. Yeah. So how are you going to bounce back and forth? There's too much going on already, people. Wow.
Speaking of too much going on, Nick Cannon.
Yeah, oh boy.
He's got 12 kids already.
Good.
Nick Cannon is on a podcast. I don't know. He wasn't on Steve Shetler Media with us. I don't know why. But Nick, you're invited. Nick Cannon was on a podcast the other day. Asked if he was planning on getting snipped.
Yeah.
Anytime soon. His response was, quote, "I'm not done yet." So more kids on the way from Nick Cannon. Well, I don't know how many women, baby daddies he has.
How many people does it take to have a football team?
He's already got one.
Okay.
I mean, at least one side. Maybe he's going to fill out the other
right.
side.
I mean, there's got to be some plan
He'll have
behind
an
all
offense
this.
and a defense.
Right. I'm just trying to think. What is he? How many chairs are there in Congress? I don't. I mean, there's got to be some master plan behind this. I need 37 kids.
Nick Cannon, 12 kids already.
Wow.
He's not done yet.
Wow.
Kelsey Ballerini, the country singer, was at doing a concert in Portland, Oregon.
Yeah.
When a fan asked for her autograph, she said, "Sure." And the guy proceeded to hand her his prosthetic leg.
That's not weird at all.
Now, she did sign it. And she admitted that it was the first time that she had signed a prosthetic.
Oh, it really was. I figured she'd had a few of those. I didn't know.
So
Come on.
there you go with Kelsey Ballerini. And then a Minecraft movie is on its way to theaters. Are you a fan of Minecraft?
Never got into it.
Or anything like that?
I mean, I've heard and watched little clips of it for the last 15 years probably. Because it's been going nonstop in my house for probably that long.
Okay. So there's a movie coming out April 4th. McDonald's going to be ready, of course, with a Minecraft-themed meal and a Happy Meal. Dipping sauce, special dipping sauce.
Come on.
Collectible toys. So if you like
collectible
Minecraft, toys. I think it has Jack Black and Jason Momoa. Momoa.
Iowa native.
Lawn Momoa.
Lawn Momoa. Lawn Momoa.
He's a lawn Momoa. By the way, if you have a good lawnmower story, mowing something over, we're going to be taking a phone call a little bit. And if you have a good, I ran over something with my lawnmower story, you'll want to be the first one through. And you'll get a $10 gift card to James Family Greenhouse.
If it's a kid or something, please don't call in. I don't want to hear that.
Do you have any good lawnmower stories?
Well, I mean, there's the constant. I have hit a couple snakes. Trying Trying to think the weirdest thing. Not the weirdest thing, but I did mow up. Not really mow up, just mowed up a ratchet strap. That was cool.
Ooh,
because
that probably didn't end well.
Well, ruined the ratchet strap.
I weed whacked my leg once.
Oh,
that hurt. I have a scar.
Dude, that can be
The
dangerous.
funny thing is, when I weed whacked my leg because I was wearing shorts.
Right, that's how I do it too. And I normally have slides on or flip flops, whatever.
Yes. Yeah.
I don't care.
And I whacked my leg. It didn't actually cut me open. It just hit it so hard, but it did leave a scar. But it didn't I wasn't bleeding.
Almost like a burn.
Yeah.
That's sort of cool.
We're going to get to our guest here shortly in the studio, Josh Clubb from Son-in-Law Services, and also, most notably, from Steve Shetler Media Sports. We'll get to
sports
here momentarily. But first, we have to do the impossible. Today's impossible. Impossible. Sing it with me.
Impossible. I can't sing. Toothy should come in once in a while and sing with you.
19% of people in this profession go commando. What? Wonder if it's
morning show hosts,
lawn mowing, morning show hosts. 19%
sports
of
announcers
people in this profession go commando. If you don't know what that means, They don't wear any underwear.
19%.
Let's go to the comments. Bubby, good morning to you, Bubby. Pat, Tamra, Amber, Nathan, my brothers. Nathan Connor there. Sherry Westendorf, Queen of Cupcakes. Amber, Anthony, Nancy, Dan. Oh, we got Dan Schuster. Be good. One of our big sponsors is watching.
Hey, boss.
That was perfect.
Patrick. We got Zach Wise is in the comments. He's a big Motley Crue fan. So, thanks to everybody for watching, commenting, tuning in. Our impossible question, 19% of people in this profession go commando. In fact, before we go any further, let's bring in our guest at this time.
There you go.
We got Mr. Josh Clubb hanging out with us. Josh, let's make sure I have the right microphone turned up.
I'm here.
I don't. No, I have the wrong microphone.
Oh, no.
Give me a minute.
Here,
grab the other one there.
How about that?
There we go. Fantastic. We've got Josh Clubb joining us, Son-in-Law Services. He's Steve Shetler Media play-by-play announcer. He does track coaching in the mornings. He comes in and hangs out with us for the first time. Josh, wait a minute. We've got the studio audience wants to say hello. I put this in. Here we go. You can't hear it, but the studio audience is applauding.
Okay. All right.
So, Josh, impossible question. 19% of people in this profession go commando. Check
please don't say track coach.
It's not track coach or sports broad. At least I'm not in that percentage. I'd guess, I don't know. It's going to be something that you wouldn't think of.
Right.
Like a doctor or something.
What'd you say?
A doctor?
Right. Oh, I could see that happening. I'm going to go with something like
take your time.
News
We've got
meteorologist or people on the news.
Bartending. 19% of bartenders are wearing their skivvies.
That's fantastic.
Think of that?
That's unsettling.
Now we can move on.
That
with
is
our
unsettling.
Day. We've got Josh Clubb in hanging out. He is our first guest of the day. Coming up next hour, we'll have 1 Minute with Bob Kittell hanging out here in that very seat that Josh Clubb is keeping warm right at the moment. Josh,
I'm pretty cold right now, so I don't know how much I'm warming it up.
You're kind of a cold-blooded guy.
Yeah.
You and I spent a lot of time on the road this past fall and winter. You always like the heat cranked up.
Yep.
We probably need to turn it up a few degrees here in the studio. So what's happening? You're just in to hang out. Tell us about what you were doing earlier today.
Well, I'm an assistant coach for varsity track at Sigourney right now.
Okay.
So I also coach junior high softball and help with junior high volleyball. So
cool.
Those keep me busy in my spare time if I'm not riding around in Steve's car with him all over the southeast part of state of Iowa.
It sounded like it.
Yeah.
We went from Des Moines to Marshalltown to Pekin to I don't know where else.
We got
everywhere in between, a little bit further southeast.
Yeah, Burlington once, didn't we go to Burlington? Yeah.
So we've covered basically the entire southeast quadrant of Iowa in my car. I did finally take my car into Sigourney Motors to get that check engine light figured out. So we got that all.
How about the key fob? How it just tell us that the key fob has left the car on the highway.
Yeah, we'd be going down the road. Key fob has left the vehicle.
What?
It was the low battery.
That's what it would say, though.
I am totally. We are ready for spring and summer, Josh.
All right.
So what do you do? What's your real job? Tell us about your real job.
My real job, I operate son-in-law services out of Sigourney. So general handyman, mostly carpentry, flooring, woodworking, but I do a lot of doors, windows, bathroom remodels, full-scale remodels, and then I also do a lot of. I'll show up and somebody will have like basically what you would call a honey-do list, right?
Yeah,
right.
And I'll do those, and so across all trades. I mean, I don't call myself an electrician or a plumber. I'm not, but I'll put a ceiling fan up or change out a vanity, fix a trap, whatever. But I'm certainly no full-fledged plumber or electrician.
He's not a plumber, but he plays one on TV.
Right?
Yep.
Exactly.
Yes.
He knows enough to be dangerous.
Right.
Yeah.
I think I've got a honey-do list at my house.
Well,
we still need to get you to come over. We got that microwave situation. We need to trade out the microwaves. So I'm not handy at all. Josh and I have had this discussion.
I hope that the microwave isn't just a microwave that sits on the counter, though. Okay, I was going to say, I think all you do is unplug it and then move it.
My dad had all the handy skills in the family.
We've had this discussion.
It did not translate to me. I did not get the handiness. But yeah, so Josh is going to come over and be handy for me. What? Weird.
So track, huh?
Yeah. So
wow. How about those Hawks?
Yeah. How about them? They play tonight, don't they? The women, or is that tomorrow night?
I don't know.
I think it's tonight. I'm not sure. Did you? All right.
You guys have a sports update today?
No, we haven't seen a sports update in a while.
Yeah, it's been weird.
That's my bad.
I wasn't going to say anything.
Yeah.
And our forecasts haven't been as fun either.
No.
You know?
We do it. We've heard rumblings that there's somebody out there that is kind of very interested in weather, but haven't heard from them yet either. So anyway, sports-wise, speaking of women's basketball, are you the type, Josh, do you fill out brackets for March Madness?
I normally do, but since I work alone now, I don't have any coworkers to fill them out with.
It's not as fun.
No, it's not. So I did a few of those free ones that if you get a perfect bracket, you win $1 billion or whatever. So I got about $6 billion coming this summer or this spring. But
do you fill out a women's bracket or are you a men's bracket only?
Last year I did a women's bracket. I did not. With Steve, as much basketball as we did, I did not. My wife was filling out hers for the school, and she was asking me. I'm like, I have no idea who's who this year. So this year I didn't, but normally I would do both.
By the way, Sherry in the comments says the Iowa women play tomorrow at 11 a.m.
Oh, thank you.
There you go. So that clears that up. Yeah, I don't know. Without Caitlin Clark, has the peak of women's basketball in NCAA, has it peaked, and is it on its way back down to a normal level? What do you think?
I think from the games we've watched, because I'd catch a few of their games, and just listening to them talk, it sounds like the attendance is still up there. It's not doing what it did last year, but and then the Hawkeye women did well this year. I mean, they had a good surge in the Big Ten tournament, but yeah, I think it hit its pinnacle with Caitlin Clark, and you'll wait for the next one to come along, hopefully. But
I think it's safe to say that the women's team still was getting more people coming to them than the men's.
Oh yeah,
you know what I mean?
Yeah. I think the women sold out this year before the season even began.
Okay. Right.
And that was one of the reasons Fran got.
Well, yeah,
attendance was a third.
So I mean, maybe it'll trickle down for a few years. Yeah. The Caitlin effect. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
We shall see. So men on the men's bracket, we asked Alan Sellers yesterday. Alan was in hanging out for a while. We asked him who he had going all the way in the NCAA men's tournament. What are your picks? What are your top picks? And also, who do you think will be obviously yesterday's game's already happened. Who do you think will be a Cinderella story in the tournament?
I think, honestly, a state of Iowa team, Drake. They look.
Yeah.
I watched them last night. They look good. So they could go a little ways. It'd be considered Cinderella. I think they're an 11 seed, maybe. Yeah. I think them. It's hard to look past anytime one of the True Bloods is a number 1 seed. It's hard to look past them for picking them. So I'd look at Duke. Probably.
Yep.
All right, good.
Who'd you pick, Neil?
Duke. I was hoping.
And I was saying yesterday how probably for the first time ever in my life I filled out a bracket. I didn't want, like you said, we did enough basketball on our own this winter where we didn't really watch basketball in our spare time. I just went by the seeding. I picked all the higher seeds to win out in the brackets. What?
I don't know.
I believe that is renovations going on next to us. Don't mind those noises.
So yeah, I went with Duke, which I think is the top overall team. We'll see if that happens.
So if Drake could be that Cinderella story, then you guys are talking that cha-ching really goes up from Iowa.
Yeah. So do you think McCollum is Iowa's next coach?
That's hard to say.
Just your opinion.
No, I think he'll.
Oh, really?
No. It's never who you think. It never is. And they always have someone waiting in the wing or something, it feels like.
Okay.
But
You think
maybe
Beth
not as good.
Getz has somebody else on her list?
Maybe.
Who?
I don't know.
You have insider information. Tell us.
You're the sports guy.
Steve. We've had this conversation. Basketball is not a sport that I follow heavily.
We're gonna turn the spotlight on here real quick, and we're gonna force you to tell us. This is gonna be a hostage situation real quick.
Because I do play-by-play for Steve Shatner Media.
Obviously means a whole lot in the sports world.
Yes, it does. The Division I college athletic directors call me, get my advice.
Gary Dolphin's going to be retiring here one of these years. You're probably on the short list for that.
I probably am. Well,
that's awesome.
I talk with Tony Romo too, and he wants to put me. Well, it's different network,
In the
but
NFL.
strings are pulled. Yeah, well, because Tom Brady's terrible at it. So,
are you more of a football guy than a basketball guy?
Oh, by far and large.
Yeah. And you're a big Bills fan.
I am a big Bills fan. I have been since the '90s. Don't call me a bandwagon fan.
Yeah, Jim Kelly.
Jim Kelly, Thurman Thomas, Bruce Smith.
Yeah,
those guys.
Who is the coach? Marv Levy?
Yep, Marv Levy. Yep.
Huh.
Now remind me, did they ever win?
No, 4 in a row, lost all of them.
4 in a row.
Earned the nickname, Bills. Boy, I love losing Super Bowls. Yeah.
No way.
All that fun stuff.
Who is the kicker? Scott somebody.
Norwood.
Yes.
Yep.
Are you impressed that I remember his first name?
That is nice.
I feel so lost right now. It's not even funny. Like I'm thinking about going out and getting a coffee.
Did Scott Norwood miss a game-winning field goal?
Yes, the first Super Bowl against the Giants.
All right.
And then basically the same setup was repeated with Tyler Bass against the Chiefs, not this year, but the year before.
Okay. So
Mr. Wide Right. So, yeah, that's my wonderful fandom of the Bills that has always left me in disappointment.
Funny stuff.
But you're a diehard. So,
like you said,
you're not a bandwagon.
Throughout the 2000s, it was just enough wins to not get a good draft pick, not enough to make it to the playoffs.
Yeah.
Year in and year out. So, yeah.
Just they're dangling the carrot in front of you.
Keep me interested. That's how we get you.
Josh Allen's his name, right?
Yes.
Quarterback.
Yes.
Josh Allen is like did he just get that gigantic, ridiculous contract?
Yeah, he did. He's still not the top paid player in the league, but
so they're not a good team, but their quarterback got a really big contract.
Well,
no, they're a good team now.
Okay, all right.
They just can't beat the Chiefs, the Chiefs and the refs. They can't beat those in the playoffs.
Oh yes, that's where I was hoping this was going.
Yeah.
Huh.
How much money did Josh Allen rake in on his contract?
I honestly don't
remember.
300
something?
What? Yeah, it was 300 some million. Is it 45 a year? Maybe.
That's crazy. Wow, that's crazy money to play football. But and I've said this before on the show because people think that athletes are ridiculously paid. The thing is, the owners can afford it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If they're generating that much money, the players deserve the ridiculous salaries.
Well, and just what they go through to get to that point.
Sure.
I mean, they're you don't see the behind the scenes. They're not just playing the game on Sunday. I mean, their whole life has been devoted to making their body better. So they've sacrificed a lot of things. Still a lot of money though.
Well, yeah, in the scheme of things, they're the ones putting in the work, and the owners are still, like you said, making how much more.
Nobody's losing money in the NFL or Major League Baseball or NBA.
Major League Baseball maybe, but
now the WNBA, they're losing money hand over fist still, even with Caitlin Clark. And then the players are thinking about going on strike. It's just the stupidest thing I've ever heard in my life.
Yeah, I don't follow that at all, but it just seems like I don't know, they don't make the money, they don't pay the players, they're trying to start other leagues, and it just I don't get it.
That's
seems
the
like
thing I'm
mess.
not sure on at all. There's like a separate league or more with the
WNBA. The players have to play to make money. They play overseas in the off season, and then
they got the 3-on-3 league.
3-on-3, whatever that is. I don't even know, but that's going on right now, I think.
Yeah.
Yep.
And the WNBA, and we're just on a sports tangent right now
because that's what we like around here.
We don't get to talk sports
I know
very
because
often,
I'm
so
sorry.
I'm really enjoying this.
Go,
shut up. Shut up. So the WNBA. All right, again, I'm going to get up on my soapbox. The WNBA has completely and totally relied on the NBA to even be in existence. So the fact that they're still not making money as a league. I mean, no way. And the fact that the players, and again, you make your salary based on the income of your team and of the league. If the league's not making money, and you're getting your crutch, you're being held up by the NBA, why would you think about going on strike? You don't have a leg to stand on. It'd be like me going on strike against myself, saying I want more money. Well, then bring in more fans and earn it.
Right. You're right. The
people just aren't still, other than Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese, to a lower extent, because I'm not a big fan of Angel Reese at all. But other than Caitlin Clark games, I don't know what the attendance is officially. I don't have numbers in front of me, but it's other than Caitlin Clark selling out everywhere she goes, that ain't happening otherwise.
Right.
No, and I mean, I don't know. It's like when do you start changing what you're doing? Like the NBA just added that. Was it last year they added the in-season tournament or whatever because the attendance was going down, and I know they battle with players not playing certain nights, like the star players just sitting out games for random reasons, and which if you're a fan paying money to go to the game, you're disappointed if your star player is not playing. So
you go to see LeBron and all the big
whoever
stars,
the guys
Steph
are.
Curry
Steph Curry is like that's the extent of my NBA knowledge. Those two guys. Change something up if you're the WNBA too to draw interest. Make a little tournament or something. I don't know.
Yeah. Again, we're hanging out this morning for a while with Josh Clubb from Son-in-Law Services. Also, Josh is the voice of play-by-play for sports here on Steve Shuttler Media. Josh, we really haven't announced anything officially yet, but the plan is for this spring and summer to probably dip our toes into some softball, baseball coverage. Yep. What are your thoughts on that?
Those two are probably my favorite sports to cover, broadcasting wise.
Okay.
That's where my knowledge is the deepest as well. So that's pretty fun. I mean, those two in football. But yeah, looking forward to it. I think they'll start games in May probably, something like that.
We're gonna have to figure out a schedule. We should probably get on that.
Yeah. I think they're probably in the process right now. The ADs are probably making all the team schedules,
finalizing things.
Yeah.
So from an outsider looking in on the sports broadcasting, I would think that would be one of the tougher games is baseball and softball. Without the knowledge especially, but even with all of the knowledge, there just seems to be so much more going on, or maybe the lack of things going on.
There's some dead time.
Yeah. Well, you get a. The reason I like it is you do have a chance to collect your thoughts and talk about what's actually happening. Whereas in like basketball, you're just basically watching and saying what's happening on the
And
floor.
trying to keep
and
up.
you're not, yeah, and you have, I mean, after basketball games, I can't even remember a lot of times who won.
Right.
Because I'm just saying out loud what I'm seeing. So
Sure.
softball, baseball, you have a little bit more time to
Okay,
think. Football,
that's cool.
it goes about the same pace as football does. I mean, you have the play and then the 40 seconds or 25 seconds, whichever it is in between. So you have your time to think about what just happened and then articulate on your thoughts.
That's interesting.
But
Yep. I've always wondered
volleyball's
about
tough
that.
too. It happens really, really fast, and then
Yeah. It's just going from your brain and out your mouth. And
Yep.
then you,
And sometimes that's not fun.
no. So yeah.
I'm looking at the comments. We've got Sheila Niemeyer in the comments saying that she just listened to this. She's been listening to this by herself. She says she's not really a sports fan, but she has found what we're chatting about interesting. So that's a good thing.
That is.
Yeah.
We're going to have to wrap this up, Josh, because I know I'm going to be getting a phone call here momentarily from our Iowa Music Showcase guest coming up later on today at Barnwired. But before we get out of here, put a plug in for Son-in-Law Services, what you do, and how people can get a hold of you.
Yeah, best way to get a hold of me is call or text. My number's on everything here on Steve Shetler Media and
yeah, you see that's
my
right
Facebook
there.
page. All I can see is I can kind of see the screen. You got a lot of lights and cameras and stuff going on in here. But yeah, I mean, anything small to large. I do full scale remodels as well. But just give me a call. I get you on my list and kind of go from there. So
awesome. That is Josh Clubb, a guy that wears many hats. He's wearing his Sigourney Savage hat today. But Josh is a busy guy. Josh, thanks for taking time to come in and chat. Thanks for being a supporter of Steve Shetler Media and being my play-by-play guy.
You bet.
And thanks for not making me feel completely stupid about not knowing sports.
That's Josh Clubb. Josh, have a good weekend. We'll talk to you later.
All righty.
All right, that is Josh Clubb from Son-in-Law Services here on Steve Shetler Media this morning. Hey, snag a picture of Josh before he gets out of here. Let's take a little bit of a break. We're going to be having a phone conversation, I believe, here shortly with Cody Vandermolen, who is, again, our music guest on today's Iowa Music Showcase. So he'll be calling in here shortly. Stay tuned for that.
Keokuk County Medical Clinic is your one-stop shop for healthcare. Our behavioral health providers offer a wide range of services to help you reach your goals. We have multiple family practice providers who see patients of all ages for acute and chronic care. Through a partnership with Bloom Pediatrics of Ottumwa, McKenna Bond, ARNP, is here on Wednesday and Friday mornings to give your child the special care they need. Libby Dasso, PAC, is here for all your rheumatology needs. Jack's Corner Drug is located just down the hall for your convenience.
Schedule your next dental appointment with Dr. Dan Schuster at Oski Dental, 641-673-4845. They're accepting new patients. Oski Dental will file all of your insurance forms for you. They're a Delta dental provider. And Oski Dental is located at 902 South 17th Street in Oskaloosa. That's Oski Dental, 641-673-4845. We make smiles happen at Oski Dental. Winter in the Midwest can definitely be unpredictable. Whether it's a frozen or broken water pipe, fire emergency, or a surprise mold, ServPro of Ottumwa, Oskaloosa, and Grinnell Pella has you covered with trained professionals ready 24/7, 365 days a year to make your emergency like it never even happened. Visit servpro.com, Ottumwa, Oskaloosa, or call us at 641-682-0782. Hey, we thank ServPro. We thank all of our sponsors here on Steve Shetler Media. Just another morning show on Facebook and YouTube on a Friday. It is March 21st, 8 o'clock, 8 a.m., right on the nose.
That was a fast hour.
Yeah. Thanks to Josh Clubb for hanging out this morning. From Son-in-Law Services, talking sports. That was kind of a fun. Did you learn anything from our conversation?
I did, and again, I felt like I wasn't put in a corner because I don't know a lot about sports. So, yeah, very, very interesting.
All right. So, thanks to Josh. Now, we're going to bring up a picture of our guy that is joining us on the phone line. Hey, let's go to Cody Vandermolen. Cody, how you doing today? Can you hear me all right?
I sure can. I'm doing good. God is good. It's a wonderful day.
Amen to that. We're looking at your picture here on the screen, and we've got you coming in to Sigourney later on today to Barnwired for our Iowa Music Showcase. And Cody, I know I think we did a segment on the radio here a few years ago, didn't we?
We sure did. I think it was about 3 years ago.
Okay. So it's been a little while. Now, you're an Iowa guy. You moved away for a few years, and now you're back. Tell us what's been happening the last few years.
So I was here in Iowa, and I was doing my thing. I had the music going, had everything booked through fall, and my kids and their mom and stepdad wanted to move to Georgia. Talked to my kids, and they said they wanted to do it, and I always kind of wanted to get out of Iowa myself, just to see things and do stuff. And so I let them go, and never really got up off the ground like I wanted to. Down south, it's real saturated. And I didn't probably try as hard as I could have to get the music rolling. But I played shows. I played in Tennessee. I had probably about 4 or 5 places I played in Colorado when I was living out there for a while too. I was in Tennessee. I have a spot. I'm going back down there in the middle of April, doing a festival down there, and another brewery that really loves me to play. So I get to go down there and have a weekend down in Tennessee and see some friends.
Awesome.
And stuff, and and so it's just kind of been a whirlwind of the last few years for me, and we decided things didn't go right in Tennessee as far as work goes. We had my father-in-law's company I worked for. They got bought out. Those people took us over, learned our stuff, and let us go. So, we had to make a decision at that point, and it was real sad for us to leave, our dad and stepmom and all of our friends down there. But God, we just prayed a lot, and God just let us know, hey, He said, make a way for us wherever you want us to go, Colorado, Iowa, whatever. And Iowa was the answer He gave us.
Okay.
So it was all real clear. Coming home was a great choice for us, and I'm here doing electrical again, starting that back up in April, kind of taking March to get vendors aware that I'm back, that I had before I left, and just started getting this thing rolling again.
Awesome. So what town are you located in now?
I'm up in Grimes now. That's where my brother and his family and my mama are up here. So we decided I've lived in Iowa, but I've always kind of lived away from my family. I lived over in Williamsburg. I've lived up Independence, up northeast Iowa. And I really always wanted to be back close to my family.
Sure.
And this gave me the opportunity to really settle in and put our roots down right where they are, too.
Awesome. So how far of a drive is it from Grimes to Sigourney?
It'll be about an hour and 45, I think.
Okay. So,
anything, if you're a musician, whatever.
Yeah.
Anywhere that you go, that's what we do. It's fun.
The drive is part of it. Now, of course, we've been playing a couple of your songs that you were kind enough to record for us and send us the videos for, and I've been super impressed. I thought both the songs you sent were just fantastic.
Thank you. Those are a couple songs, and I have a lot of I have more unrecorded than I have recorded.
Okay.
I could easily do a 3-hour set on all my originals.
Wow.
And I have so many half-written songs, but it's just been me. I just really want to get together with more musicians, and because I only have me to go off of, and you kind of get stunted at points when you don't have other musical minds helping you get past a point where you can't in a song. And so I think once I get back in the scene and get friends like Lee Klett's a buddy of mine, and he's helped me out a lot and stuff, and so getting back with people and other musicians that I know of, just trying to get that spark back in there and really start to make some really, really good music.
Sure. Well, we're looking forward to seeing you later on today. We're just a few hours. We'll go live with our live video stream at 11:30, and we'll chat and get some original music out of you till about noon or so. It'd be nice to get caught up with you and see you again in person. So, Cody, we'll see you here shortly here in Sigourney at Barn Wired. Have a safe trip down to Sigourney today.
All right, can't wait to see y'all.
All right, that is Cody Vandermolen. Cody, we're going to let you go, and we'll see you later. It's Cody Vandermolen, our Iowa Music Showcase guest today. Again, he'll be at Barn Wired. Officially, if you want to be there in person, we'll just hype this up right now.
Do it.
We'll be there. We always get there about 10:30ish, 10:45 to get set up. Cody will get there about 11 or so, and then we'll go live at about 11:30. So if you want to be there live and in person, by all means, stop in, have some lunch, get something to drink, maybe get your free coffee. Your free black coffee in honor of Jerry Damerville. Hopefully I'm saying his last name right.
Yep.
Okay. In honor of Jerry. And, check things out at Barn Wired. If you can't make it in person, watch it live here on Steve Shetler Media, Facebook and YouTube. Or maybe you can't do either.
Right.
And you're just on your drive home or somewhere this weekend. You're like, oh, I just want to listen to it in my car. Well, we'll have it up in podcast.
There you go.
So check that out. Cody Vandermolen, really nice guy. We'll get to know him a little bit better later on today, live here on Steve Shetler Media. Of course, tomorrow we'll also have the sports section. That's live from Barn Wired at 119 East Marion in Sigourney. We're talking sports. Jenny Hobbs is our host for the spring, and we'll be chatting with Aaliyah Cooper about her track. She's super track star.
Yeah.
And she's busy with HLVTC, but does a lot of stuff kind of on her own as well. So Aaliyah Cooper, and then Aiden Reeves, heck of a wrestler, grew up here in Sigourney for a while, Albia area, and has gone on to do some fantastic things in college and beyond. So
that should be a great show tomorrow.
We got a loaded show tomorrow. Just 2 guests, but 2 really good guests tomorrow on the sports section, again, live at Barn Wired. Let's take a peek at our forecast. It's been a little while since we looked at our forecast. Neil, I'll let you talk about what's going on today.
Well, okay, so in a nutshell, breezy, and it's going to be breezy for the next few days, but today a 10% chance of showers. Later in this evening, partly sunny otherwise, 59 for a high, 30% chance of those showers and thunderstorms. It says before 9 o'clock tonight, which that's great. Maybe we'll have a quiet night to sleep under the 26 blustery northwest winds because I missed the blustery earlier this morning. Increasing clouds tomorrow, 56 for a high, and Friday, another chance of rain and a high near 58. Thank you, Garden Gate.
All right, Garden Gate, our weather sponsor here on Steve Shetler Media. Should we do some weird?
I would love some weird.
Because we want to get the weird in before 1 Minute with Bob. Bob Kittell comes in. He'll be our next guest. This has been a busy day.
It has. It's
Josh
going
Clubb
fast.
hanging out. Got Cody Vandermolen on the phone. We'll have Bob Kittell from 1 Minute with Bob coming up here at about 8:30. First, let's get weird.
That is weird.
I mean, getting weird is not all that unusual for us. Weird stuff.
Yeah.
So you know the astronauts that have been stuck in space, they finally got back. Check this out. NASA recently clarified the compensation details for the astronauts. Now, you know they were only supposed to be up there for a little over a week originally at the space station. They got stuck up there for, 9 months?
That's
8
what I
months?
heard.
9 months? They're just getting paid, according to this, their normal salary. They aren't making anything extra for being stuck in space.
Are you kidding?
Now, they say, according to this, astronauts, depending on their experience and their age and how long they've been in the NASA program, I'm really shocked by this. Astronauts, according to this, their annual salary ranges between $84,000 to $152,000.
That's it.
I mean, wouldn't you think that astronauts make more than that?
Okay, no offense. Going back to your sports athletes.
Yeah.
I mean, they're going in space for crying out loud. I mean, I would have guessed that was way, way higher.
Yeah.
Oh, my.
So that's weird. And they're not getting paid anything extra, really, for being stuck in space.
That's bogus.
For all this time. So astronauts getting hosed.
They are.
If somebody should go on strike, it should be the astronauts. Let's go to a thrift store.
Oh, I like thrift stores.
You ever go to thrift stores?
Yeah, I don't mind them.
Well, an Ohio woman purchased a painting for just $2.99.
Oh.
Of course, it was worth more than that. She discovered it was a work by renowned American impressionist Johann Bertelsen.
Yeah, he's American.
They eventually sold this painting that they bought for just under $3 for $2,875, which isn't like a ridiculous amount.
Right, but still.
That's quite the upgrade. You buy it for $3, you sell it for nearly $3,000.
What you doing this afternoon?
You don't go to the
Let's hit up some thrift stores.
How about slushies? Do you ever?
I haven't had a
slushies?
slushie forever, but I love them. They're so refreshing.
That is my drink of choice when I go to the theaters.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I always get a cherry slushie.
Huh.
And you know that brain freeze that goes
Yeah.
with it. You're like, ugh.
I've never even thought to get one at a movie theater.
Well, this is horrible. A 4-year-old girl in the UK became unresponsive shortly after consuming a slushie at a party.
Oh.
Yikes.
Oh.
She was rushed to the hospital where doctors found her blood sugar levels dangerously low, leading to a diagnosis of glycerol toxicity.
Whoa.
They say glycerol, a sweetener used to maintain the slushy texture, can cause adverse effects such as headaches, nausea, and a loss of consciousness in young children.
So
wow, slushies can...
I mean, was that almost from a brain freeze? Because
Kind of.
I mean, you know, those things
it
all
sounds
add
like
up.
it.
Yeah, it sounds like it was a brain freeze on crack. I don't know. You know what I mean? It's like, wow.
So parents are urged to be vigilant and monitor their children's intake of slushies to prevent potential health
That's
risks.
scary.
That is.
You be careful next time you're at the movie theater. I don't want to hear you in one of these
brain freezes
stories.
are real,
Well,
man.
yeah.
It's like, whoa.
But, man, that's bad.
Let's go to The Price is Right. I think this is our weird news story that we'll put out on Facebook later on this afternoon. You know, people are pretty excited and jacked up and ready to go.
Oh, yeah. They're always like
they're over the top.
Oh, yeah, stupid.
Neil Crod, throw it down.
It's just dumb.
So this guy, Juan was really into things on The Price is Right. I'm not going to say the whole story. Maybe I'll save the majority of it for when it gets posted on Facebook. But Juan participated in a game called Cover It Up, where the objective is to guess the correct price of a car by selecting from progressively increasing options for each of the 5 digits in the car's
I think
price.
I know how that game would work.
Yeah, so Juan had a lot of enthusiasm and a lot of vigor, and he ended up messing up. We're not gonna spoil it.
Oh, I feel a little cheated right now.
But his vigor, his enthusiasm got the best of him, and he didn't win the car. Spoiler. So read that whole story coming up at 1 o'clock when it gets posted.
Enthusiastic vigor.
Vigor. He is very vigorous.
Vigorous.
Let's go to an assault or a pepper.
Oh, my, that's where you should have. Yeah.
A South African research team stationed at the isolated base in Antarctica. Okay. So, all right, so we have South Africans.
Wow, that's a change.
In Antarctica.
Wow.
Grappling with internal conflict following serious allegations against one of its members. Long story short, these people are basically... You ever seen movies where people are like stuck in isolated places, like
sort of lose it,
Antarctica, and they go kind of bonkers? I think this is what happened. The accused individual allegedly assaulted a colleague and issued death threats, creating an atmosphere of fear among the 9-member team. The incident reportedly stemmed from a disagreement over a weather-dependent task that required rescheduling. Evidently, the one guy wasn't happy about it, went kind of crazy. They are monitoring the situation closely. I think they're still there, though.
Oh.
So watch
so
out.
You got to go to bed
coming at you with a shovel or something.
Right.
I don't know.
How would you sleep? You do it in shifts?
Yeah. Maintaining regular communication with the team to ensure their well-being and the continuation of their scientific endeavors. But watch out for that crazy guy.
Right. I mean, do you have to put away all the shovels and knives and... Oh, my.
Watch out for the crazy scientist. He might get you. That's kind of our weird news for today. Should we open up the phone lines? All right, before we do that,
yes.
Let me find my game. I think
you just threw it away.
Yeah. Do something to entertain the people, Neil.
Oh, I tell you what.
Do a little dance.
I could do a little dance. Make a little love. Get down tonight. Get down tonight. Woo! Get down tonight. I wish I knew more words.
Oh, here we go.
To the song, but I don't, so I make them up. And
all right.
then boom.
Thank you, Neil.
No problem.
Back to our regularly scheduled programming. Let's do a giveaway Phone number is what?
641-622-6262.
What was it?
641-622-6262.
If you want to call and give us a good lawnmower story, what have you run over with your lawnmower?
It's funny just saying it.
That is interesting. If you have a good lawnmower story, call 641-622-6262, and you're going to win a $10 gift card to James Family Greenhouse. You know, they've got all sorts of great stuff for spring. In fact, I've been forgetting to bring up graphics on the screen of our sponsors this week, so I'm a horrible host. But James Family Greenhouse, 701 East Jackson, Sigourney. They're right along Highway 92. Go stop and see Will and Michaela. I don't know if they're officially open yet. Maybe not till April. But James Family Greenhouse, if you want a $10 gift card, you know they've got plants, they've got the hanging baskets,
probably decor.
The
metal art. Yep.
Metal art lemon.
It's
Metal art Harlem Globetrotters.
Yes.
If you want to call and tell us a good lawnmower story, what have you run over with your lawnmower of interest?
And I know some of you wanting to play, have already won, but you could still tell us in the comments some interesting things.
If you've already won and you don't mind not winning and you have an interesting lawnmower story, call in and tell us. All right, so earlier I was saying that it wasn't a lawnmower, but I accidentally weed whacked my leg.
Oh, we're going to see it? Oh, wow. Dude, that's a real scar.
It is a real
Wow.
I weed whacked my leg.
Man.
It hurt. I cried. Tears.
Oh.
I didn't cry.
I'm sorry, buddy.
But I've ran over snakes before.
Yeah?
You ever ran over a snake with a push lawnmower?
No, I don't think so.
You're feeling it.
Oh, yeah.
Snakes are like...
Right.
And they make a lot of noise.
I have, no, I have not with a push mower, but I have driven around the yard as I'm mowing, and I like to mow straight lines, and I'm going like this trying to get one.
We got a phone call. All right, let's go to the phone lines. Good morning. Who's calling in?
Mark Anthony, your number one fan.
Mark Anthony Schilling.
Hey, Mark.
Everybody.
Good morning. Good morning, Mark.
Mark, what interesting thing have you run over with a lawnmower?
A pigeon.
A pigeon?
What?
You got to tell us the story. How did this happen?
This is when I lived over on the County Line Road, and I was mowing up along the fence, and a pigeon landed on the hood. So I was going to just reach out and pick it up, and it jumped down, and next thing you know, feathers went everywhere. True story.
Mark running over a pigeon with a lawnmower. Yikes. Well, Mark, I know you've already been a prize winner here on Steve Shuttler Media. If nobody else calls in this morning, we're still going to hook you up. We're going to keep the phone lines open. If somebody else has an interesting lawnmower story about stuff that they have run over with their lawnmower, please call in. But Mark, thank you for calling in. We'll keep you in mind if we don't give this away today. All right?
It's so easy. I don't know why people are. What are they, scared to call in?
I know. We're good people to talk to on the phone.
I know, right?
All right, our number one fan here on Steve Shuttler Media, Mark.
Absolutely.
We're going to let you go. We'll talk to you later.
All right. See you
later.
later.
That is Mark Schilling. Again, he is always our top engager here on Steve Shuttler Media. We put out the weekly top 20, and Mark is always, other than 2 weeks in the last 9 months, he is always number one. So,
a pigeon.
Thanks, Mark. If somebody else wants to call in, and you haven't won a prize yet this month here on Steve Shuttler Media,
Definitely.
we've got a $10 gift card to James Family Greenhouse. If you have a good lawnmower story that you've run something over with your lawnmower, as we wait on that, we're
I
going to
I don't know how you could beat running over a pigeon with a lawnmower.
That's crazy. We do welcome in our next guest of the day, Mr. Bob Kittell. Bob, how you doing today?
Good morning.
I'm doing great.
We're glad to have you back here on the show. We're kind of we're making you. Are you taking a picture of me or yourself?
I'm actually videotaping you because I'm here.
Good morning.
In studio with Neil and Steve on Steve Shuttler Media. And yeah, here I am too.
1 minute with Bob.
And I'm speaking to schools today, and it reminds me of two things. What does a teacher make? A teacher makes a difference. And a great teacher is one who makes themselves progressively unnecessary. There you go. That's today's 1 minute with Bob.
1 minute.
Awesome.
That's great. We'll have that one on the air with us here on Steve Shuttler Media Facebook and YouTube in the near future. So, Bob Kittell, you were here on Monday. You're hanging out here on spring break time in Southeast Iowa. How has your week gone?
Oh, it went great. It's just been a blast. And it was funny. I was filming one day going, yeah, I don't know where you go for spring break, but I went to Iowa. And somebody once asked me, what does your perfect day look like? And I was going, you know what? It's been looking just like it's been this whole week. To wake up in the morning and go, hey, to inspire kids. I tell these kids I wake up every morning and go, who can I inspire today, teach today, make laugh today? And at the end of every assembly, I go, just out of curiosity, how many of you learned at least one thing here today and you're glad I didn't just stay home? And a bunch of hands go up and I go, mission accomplished for today.
There you go. Yep.
So yeah, I'm living the dream.
Do you remember where do you go today? What's your
Tri-County.
Tri-County. Okay,
there you go.
I know you've been Sigourney yesterday.
I went to Sigourney actually Wednesday.
Okay.
And then you've been to Davis, and then the first day was Kyoto.
Okay.
And the last time I was here, we did 20 schools, but there's a bunch of schools on spring break.
Yes, yeah, it's just that time of the year, but which gives you more time to hang out with the students afterwards, right?
Oh yeah, I hang out all during lunch, and the kids come up and talk, and I walk around from place to place and go, hey, what did you learn today? We learned how to memorize. We learned to be positive. We learned to, so I go, oh, good, it's working.
Mission accomplished.
That's mission accomplished. Oh, and Dan was talking about this, Dan Schuster.
Yeah.
He said, if any of the schools, if you've got kids that you want to learn the memory techniques I've taught at 100 universities, just help open up the doors, give Dan a call. Plan on coming back in the fall and doing a bunch of schools in Iowa.
Awesome.
Speaking of which, we'll put a plug in here for Oski Dental. I have their info that we'll throw up on the screen here for a second. Again, we're talking about Dan Schuster at Oski Dental. He's a good contact. He's your booking agent here in Iowa.
I know. He calls me, hey, Bob, how many schools can you do in a day? I go, well, probably 2. Calls me the next day, got 10 schools for you in Iowa. And I go, how did you do that?
So give Dan a call. You can find him at Oski Dental at 641-673-4845. And Dan can get you connected with our guest right now, Bob Kittell from 1 Minute with Bob fame, which you see the weekday mornings at 6:15. Bob's videos go up every day here on Steve Shuttler Media. Again, you've been hanging out here in Southeast Iowa. So before we go any further, let's ask you some of the stuff. We put a lot of questions and a bunch of different things out there for people to interact with on Steve Shuttler Media. You heard what we were talking about here just a minute ago. A topic that we're getting people to call in for today to try to win a prize is I've ran over what with a lawnmower. Have you had any interesting lawnmower incidents?
All I know is somebody told me they just eat meat because they killed a lot of vegetables during their life, all that grass with their lawnmower. So that's my only lawnmower story.
One way to look at it. I never thought about that.
Here in the Midwest, we tend to get a snake on occasion, or I weed whacked my own leg one time with my weed whacker, so it was not a pleasant.
Yeah, best not to run over your own toes.
Yes.
I did. It's not very interesting, but I do know that a tennis ball will fly when you run over them. It's nothing out of the ordinary, but yes, it's fun to watch.
And hitting little twigs and branches, too.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that'll keep you awake.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
You'll be incredibly alert.
Some other stuff that we've been discussing today are this or that today, which gets posted each weekday on my Facebook page, and people can say what they want. Do you like cake or cupcakes?
Oh, I'd go with the cake. My mother made the greatest pound cake in the world. Ooh, okay. So, yeah. I'd go cake. Go ahead.
Ooh, next question.
Oh, and then there's wedding cakes.
Oh, yeah.
Except the only problem with that is you have to get married. Never mind. Go on. Marriage is grand. Divorce is $100,000.
Question of the day goes up at noon each weekday. How many loads of laundry do you do in a typical week?
Oh, I just maybe 2. I do one at the beginning of the week, and sometime in the middle of the week.
Okay.
So, and I'm single. I'm by myself, so I just wait till I got a bunch of stuff, chuck it in there.
Sure.
In fact, I got a 1 minute with Bob that there is always a better way. In fact, I don't know if you ever saw it, where I just take the whole basket and then throw it at the washer, and they all go right in. It's kind of fun.
Nice. And are you on the road a lot, I'm assuming?
Oh, I used to be, but ever since COVID, not nearly as much. Yeah, there was one year. Well, typically when my kids were growing up, I was only gone 6 days a month, and the rest of the time I got to play with my kids.
Oh,
I was
great.
the entertainment director for my kids and all their friends. In fact, one day I said, "You're probably wondering why I'm out here." I said, "Because I have a lot of kids. I've got a lot of free time. Maybe that's why I've got a lot of kids."
It adds up.
And then our final thing that we're going to ask you about today is we always do we do a Fun of It tournament that lasts about 3 weeks each month here on Steve Shetler Media. And this month we're focused on 80s rock bands. Do you like either Motley Crue or AC/DC?
I can't remember all the songs that they did. If I hear the song, I like it, and I can't say one or the other. But I heard you talking about the Buffalo Bills earlier and Josh Allen. Yeah, so I grew up in Buffalo, New York, and I'm old enough that I used to watch O.J. Simpson run.
Oh, really?
And we had the best offense in the NFL and the worst defense in the NFL, and so they were high-scoring games. And then I went out to Utah, but my brother, his kids went to school with Jim Kelly's kids. So there's that connection.
Wow.
And then finally, where my brother lives he's just a couple miles away from the Buffalo Bills Stadium. Down his street, Dawson, I believe it is, lives on his street. So, yeah, a lot of connections with the Buffalo Bills. And when they play Kansas City, it's really a tough choice because I played football with Andy Reid. So do I root for my teammate or do I root for my Bills? So I just go, I'll just watch.
Nice.
That's really cool.
Again, an interesting guest here today with Bob Kittell. Again, he was in earlier on Monday this week. I just wanted to pull up your schedule once again that Dan had texted me here a while back. Yeah, you've been to Davis County, you've been to Sigourney, you've been to Tri-County today, and you had Keota as well. So you've been traveling through Southeast Iowa. The weather's been a little bit hit and miss.
I grew up in Buffalo, New York. This is great. They have a little joke in Buffalo. There's 2 seasons, winter and 4th of July.
And 4th of July.
You get hot for one day, and then it's winter the rest of the time.
Of course, then there's the one about Buffalo. When the chips are down, the Buffalo's empty. And you know what? There's a lot of people that don't get that one.
I'm sure. I can imagine.
We need to hit the wah, wah, wah.
Right, exactly. But I get that. There's a lot of people, I'm sure, like, what do you mean?
I say, just look around for someone who's laughing. They'll explain it to you.
Uh-huh. My biggest take from the other day when you were in here, and I've been telling everybody about this, was your memory teaching and how I still that day when you walked out of here could not believe the things I remembered.
Yeah, the giraffe, the bonnet.
So the bonnet. Yeah, I mean, I was rattling it off, and even last night, I'm still rattling them off.
Yeah.
I don't know what you did. But
you know what? Don't ever tell a 6 or 7-year-old that story of there's a bonnet on your head on a giraffe, because I have a friend who goes, my daughter, she goes, Dad, tell me a story. No, the one about the bonnet and the giraffe.
And Pennsylvania.
Yeah.
Right up your nose. So again, I can't remember if you said today or not, but when you speak to different classes and different schools, what are you speaking about again?
Oh, well, it is how to have a better memory. And then I go into positivity. And then I go into connection and the importance of connection. And with positivity, one quick little story. There was this one gal I met in her 30s, and she was one of the most positive people I ever met. And I said, have you always been this way? She goes, no, when I was in high school, my teacher gave us all a sheet of paper and said, I want you to put a check mark on that paper every time you complain today. And she said, by the end of the day, I filled up the entire paper. And I thought, this is unacceptable. And that girl set a goal to go 5 minutes, then 10 minutes, then 1 day, then a week, then a month. She goes, I never complain anymore. And it's the concept that if you go, it would be better if, it creates a yuck inside. Like, it'd be better if I could get her to call me. It'd be better if she stopped calling me. It'd be better if whatever, right? Mm-hmm. If you always go, you know what? It could be worse. No matter where you are, you're between better and worse. And if you sit there and go, it'd be better if, you're going to feel like crap. You just go, hey, I'm grateful because it could be worse.
Right.
So I reprogram my brain, and that's one of the ones where if you ever saw the rollover on my TEDx talk or my 1 minute with Bob, I switched it. I never go, it would be better if anymore.
Nice. Again, Bob Kittell from 1 Minute with Bob. Do you have any All right, so we did the exercise last time on Monday with the bonnet, with the giraffe. Do you have any other like mental or memory exercises that you want to try on us? We're your guinea pigs today.
Oh, did we tell you the one about the amendments to the Constitution?
No.
Oh, boy.
Okay, you ready for this? And I teach the kids, I told them I teach athletes about 25 minutes, the 27 amendments to the Constitution, because each number looks like something you can picture, right? Do you see how 2 looks like a swan in your mind? Put the swan, everybody visually, put it on your bare arm, because the Second Amendment to the Constitution is the right to bear arms.
Oh.
Do you see how 7 looks like a hockey stick upside down? You see it?
Mm-hmm.
The Seventh Amendment is trial by jury. So I say, close your eyes, kids. Walk into a courtroom, and all 12 jurors have hockey sticks, and they're smacking each other with them. And I go, see how number 8 looks like a snowman? The Eighth Amendment is cruel and unusual punishment. So take a blowtorch and let's melt the poor little snowman. Don't worry, he'll be back next year, because that's very cruel and unusual. And then just one more example. See how 1 looks like a post, or if your arm. You put your arm straight up, your fingers are pointing up to the ceiling. I go to the top of your hand and press down on your fingers and go press. Because the First Amendment is freedom of the press. Go halfway down, have a little guy talking, because it's freedom of speech. Take your elbow and slam it through the top of a church, because it's freedom of religion. So 2 looks like a what?
Swan.
And it's to remember the right to?
Bear arms.
Okay, 7 looks like a what?
Upside hockey stick.
It's to remember what?
Cruel and yes. Yes.
Who's got the hockey?
Why aren't you?
He wasn't listening.
It was a courtroom.
Yeah,
yeah, but
trial by jury.
Trial by jury.
And it
Then
looks like a
cruel punishment,
snowman.
yes.
Yeah. So.
Okay.
Oh, and 18, if you put the 1 and the 8 together, it looks like a double barrel shotgun, right? So I'm going to take a bottle of liquor and shoot it, because that was prohibition.
What?
There you go.
See, now I'll redo this all day long, and wow.
All right, so do you have
wow
any books, or like, are you a book guy? Have you written books or done like DVDs or anything
on
like
Amazon? I am published with,
Really?
It's called Enlighten Up Through Memory, Mindfulness, and Human Connection. It's my journey from my panic to peace, and it also teaches some of the memory techniques that I talk about, and it's some of my funnest stories.
Okay.
It's like a memoir in addition to that. I've got an entire memory course that, and by the way, Dan Schuster's going to have a copy of it. I've been giving it to the schools. It's my newest course. Also online on YouTube is the one I taught 30 years ago. If you go Bob Kittell, Memory Class 1990, you can watch the whole class. I had a kid 2 weeks ago just watch that, and he said I aced a test.
Nice. Wow.
So yeah, all my stuff's out there. So
Okay. All right. And what is your website? I'm assuming you have a website.
And my website, the easiest way to find it is expertbob.com or bobkittell.com.
Okay.
And if I come back here and you want me to speak to your staff or your company, I'm funny. I use both my jokes.
So Bob Kittell. Again, one minute with Bob. He's on every weekday, 6:15 a.m. We put up a new video every day. I've been putting up your Iowa videos that you've done here in the last week on Steve Shetler Media, so make sure you check that out. When does the one that you just did, when does that one get posted?
Well, I could sit here and get it posted right away. In fact, I'll probably do that if I got a connection. It'll be great.
Awesome. Anything else you want to add before we let you go for today?
Oh, just the way I always end all of my talks is I go, my favorite quotation of all time is by John Wooden, the great basketball coach at UCLA. He said this: "I'm not what I should be. I'm not what I could be. I'm not what I'm going to be. But I am so grateful I'm not what I used to be."
That's great.
There you go.
Yep,
Good
I
stuff.
like that.
And Bob is coming over to you, Tri-County Schools here. What time do you speak at Tri-County?
It's 10 or 11 o'clock. I'm going to just check with them after we get done here.
Awesome.
And I've been there before, so.
Oh, cool. Okay.
But that was 6 years ago, so none of the kids are there, hopefully.
Yeah.
Well, there'll be a couple kids I hope pay attention.
Well, if they're not paying attention, I'm from New York. I get the retention really
good.
quick.
Good.
Well, make sure you go down to Barn Wired, that's right below us here. Get yourself a coffee to get you going for the day. And enjoy it. Hopefully you've enjoyed your stay here in Southeast Iowa.
I have a total blast every time I come here. Dan is very entertaining. So you guys are pretty entertaining too. So
well, we appreciate you coming in twice this week. This has been really, really good getting to know you. And
well, I only got
seeing
160 stories memorized, so we could stay here all day if you. I got to tell you one last thing. I said to my son Thomas, he's in his 30s. Hey, Thomas, I got a new story for you. Oh, Dad, don't tell me a story. You've been telling me stories my whole life. When you tell me a story, it's like the bathroom fan. I know it's on, but I'm not paying attention.
Yeah, you kind of space people off after
every parent does something to irritate their kids. Yeah.
Yep.
Well, Neil, I'm going to go to a commercial break.
All right.
Grab a picture
Absolutely.
of Bob in front of the banner there before he gets out of here. But Bob Kittell, thank you so much.
Thank you, Iowa. This is great. I've spoken to more schools in Iowa than anywhere else.
Awesome. Well, we're glad to have you, and we'll see you the next time that you're in our great state.
Okay.
It's Bob Kittell. 1 Minute with Bob here on Steve Shuttler Media. Just another morning show. We'll take a break and be back with more right after this. Mahaska Drug in Oskaloosa. It's more than a drugstore. They offer framing, merchandise like collectibles, a gift shop, crafts, college gear, and more. Plus cards, candles, and a whole lot more. Mahaska Drug is open late and on the weekends to fit your lifestyle. For more than just a drugstore, call 641-673-3439 or stop by Mahaska Drug at 205 North E Street in Oskaloosa. Mahaska Drug. It's more than a drugstore. Why choose Lifetime Dental? The legacy and experience of 30 years. Cutting-edge technology. Advanced education in pediatrics. Orthodontics. And restorative dentistry. A one-of-a-kind experience for the whole family. But most of all, we're compassionate doctors who are here to listen to your concerns and use our expertise to help. For all things dental, think Lifetime Dental.
Looking for more than just a job? Find a career where you make a difference right in your community.
What I appreciate about First Resources is our dedication to innovation, always looking for ways to expand programming and offer greater opportunities for our staff and everyone involved.
First Resources staff are amazing. They're committed and they are motivated and they are fierce advocates to help clients meet their goals.
If you're ready to join a team committed to making a difference, apply online and join us at First Resources.
Build it together. Build it with Valley Lumber.
Are you building a new house or maybe wanting to do a remodel? Come check out our showroom at Valley Lumber and Hardware's Eddyville location. Cook kitchen cabinets, masonite interior doors, and more. Not sure what you want? Let us help with the design and layout of your new kitchen or remodel. At Valley Lumber and Hardware, we can help with any room in the house. From lumber for building to shower enclosures, paint, and more. Choose Valley Lumber and Hardware with locations in Eddyville and Albia.
Hey, we thank all of our sponsors here on Steve Shuttler Media. Everybody, including Brothers Market, our headline sponsor, also Oski Dental, our studio sponsor. We thank our guests today that have been in. And let's open up the phone lines again. If somebody has a good lawnmower story. Now, we heard from Mark Schilling earlier this morning, here just a little while ago, talking about how he ran over a pigeon with his lawnmower. Feathers were flying. We've talked about running over snakes, weed-eating myself on the leg.
Weed-eating myself.
I mean, my hairy leg probably did need weed-eating.
Was that your intentions, though? No. I mean, come on.
But if you have a good lawn mowing story and you want to win a $10 gift card to James Family Greenhouse, just call in and tell us a good lawn mowing story of something that you ran over and maybe made a mess of in your yard, whether it be feathers,
snake
blood
skin,
and guts, or something else. Maybe
a finger.
Something, or maybe something not alive. It could have been something else that made like a huge. You ever hit even a piece of paper? When you're mowing your yard.
Okay,
and it's just
or a pop can. It amazes me sometimes a pop can. Sometimes it'll just shoot it right out, and other times it just shreds it.
Yeah,
it's like what? Why did that happen? So yes, there's all kinds of things.
So if you have any good lawnmower stories, give us a call. We'll hook you up with a prize.
Do it.
641-622. 6262 641 622 what?
6262.
Okay, so get your lawnmower stories and let's take a look at while we wait for the phone to ring, let's take a look at our community phone's ringing.
Do it.
Phones are ringing all over town. Let's go to the phones. Who do we got calling in this morning?
Jason Tremmel.
Jason Tremmel.
Hey, Jason, how's it going?
All right, man. How are you?
Doing good on a Friday morning. Thanks for calling in and participating. So a $10 gift card is up for grabs to James Family Greenhouse. Do you have a good lawnmower story?
I have a couple of them.
Oh, okay. Lay 'em on us.
Not me personally, but my son ran over a tree stump.
A tree stump?
Left the lawnmower running.
Was that with a push mower? Was that a push mower or a riding lawnmower?
A push mower.
Oh, wow.
And then my daughter, I had bought a brand new push mower, and the first mow on it, my daughter decided to mow the curb.
Oh, the first time using it.
What? Yep.
Nasty. Hit a curb.
It broke the motor right off the lawnmower.
Broke the motor off the lawnmower. Man. Just what you wanted to do. Buy another lawnmower.
Right.
Yep.
So Jason, I'm writing your name on the gift certificate right now. So I'm gonna leave this since James Family Greenhouse isn't open yet regularly yet. I'm gonna leave this at Barn Wired here in Sigourney. So they'll have that waiting for you here at the counter at Barn Wired. So stop in, tell them your name, show them your ID or whatever, and they'll have your James Family Greenhouse
Social
gift card
security
waiting
number
for you.
and
Social security
all that
number,
stuff.
blood type, all that good stuff. But Jason Tremmel, thank you for calling.
Yeah, no kidding, man.
Thanks
It's good to hear from you.
Thank you.
And thanks for being a supporter of Steve Shuttler Media. Appreciate it.
Hey, thank you, Steve. Thank you, Neil.
See ya.
All right, that was Jason Tremmel. He is our winner. Hey, a new caller. See, it's not that hard.
I was wondering if Jason would ever call in.
Yeah, so we got
Thanks
Jason
a lot,
call
man.
in. He gets the $10 gift card to James.
Well,
Family
maybe he can plant
Greenhouse.
some new plants in place of a tree stump. Or
And that curb that just snuck up and
that's too bad.
Got his daughter.
Wow.
Let's do our community calendar before we forget. It is always sponsored by Enchanted Events. Let's bring up their logo on the screen if I can find it. That is that is the key thing.
It's there.
Enchanted Events, you know, if you have a wedding, a graduation, a reunion, whatever you got, you can hold it at Enchanted Events in just south of Sigourney, right off Highway 149. You know, if you want to have a concert.
No.
They've got Tyler Richardson and the High Bank Boys
Do tell.
coming April 26th. We're just a little over a month away from that big show. April 26th, get your concerts for Tyler Richardson and the High Bank Boys performing live and in living color at Enchanted
living
Events
color.
just south of Sigourney. Hey, of course, earlier this week we had some of the actors from the Sigourney High School drama department. They've got bad auditions by bad actors going on this weekend. Starts tonight, tomorrow, and a Sunday matinee at the Sigourney High School. $5 for adults, $3 for students. So check that out. Put that on your calendar. Also on our community calendar, what else do we want to push?
What else you got going on?
I'm trying to think of what's going on this weekend that I want to give some love to.
Oh.
We're just going to skippity skip, flippity flip. I don't know what else we got going on this weekend.
Rockety rock.
I will tell you that the next weekend, the Vietnam War Veterans Day is coming up. Were you aware that there is a Vietnam War Veterans Day?
No.
I was not either.
No, I really wasn't.
Until Michelle Herman over at the
Okay.
courthouse with the Veterans Affairs Office.
Well, that's
sent me
great.
this. So, you know, my Uncle Mike,
Yes.
my dad, both served in Vietnam. And I know a lot of our area veterans did as well. So something to keep in mind, that is March 29th, which is Vietnam Veterans Day. And then also on the calendar, we talked about this week, is the Wellman Volunteer Fire Department's 5th annual drive-through grilled tenderloin and fries fundraiser. That's tomorrow from 4 to 7 p.m. at the Wellman Fire Station.
I like tenderloins and fries.
I like the loins.
I do.
And then also tomorrow night, Brass Pear bringing those big, juicy hits. Hits with an H. Brass Pear. Craig McClenahan, Tanner McClenahan. I don't know the rest of the lineup by name, but the guys in Brass Pear are going to be performing tomorrow night at the Keswick Tavern in big old Keswick, Iowa. So that's happening tomorrow night. That's some stuff on our community calendar. Juicy. Let's take a look at our birthdays, shall we? Let's hit the birthday song.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Hey, it's me, the birthday guy. See? Birthdays are around around us every single day. Do you have a birthday? Maybe it's yours today. I just made that up. Thank you. Thank you very much. Celebrity hometown birthdays.
Trying to swallow my water, Neil.
Hey, no
Don't
problem.
Make me spit it out.
I do what I can. Brought to us today by, as always, by Hometown Real Estate. Nikki Leathers, broker, owner, and realtor. Give her a call. 641-295-4142 for all your real estate needs. The birthdays on the hometown side. Brad.
Just for this weekend.
Oh, what is today? 21st?
21st, so nobody for today.
Yeah. Well, I'm sorry to nobody birthday today. Brad Johnson tomorrow is celebrating a birthday. Jeff Comstock on Sunday. And Deanna Horace. Dina Horace on Sunday as well. So happy birthday to all of you. Oh, good. The very first birthday on the celebrity side. Football player, I'm guessing.
Coach.
Coach. Well, good grief. I couldn't even guess. I couldn't even guess right. 88 for Tom Flores.
Yeah.
Well, who did he coach?
Coached the Raiders.
Oh, I liked the Raiders.
He coached the Raiders and the Seahawks, but mostly the Raiders. And he had a really bad comb over.
Oh, well, there you go. Happy birthday to you old comb over. Timothy Dalton, 79. Which one was he?
He's probably the
from
least
007?
popular.
I was going to say, is that the reason that the name doesn't even ring a bell? Actress Sabrina LaBeouf. I don't know how you're really supposed to pronounce that. What? Okay, so you know who she is, Sabrina from The Cosby Show. 67? Wow.
Yeah, she's one of the kids.
Yeah.
She's 67. I think she was the oldest daughter.
Was that... I can't remember.
Not What's-Her-Face.
Well, not What's-Her-Face.
That married, what's his name? Lenny Kravitz.
Yeah.
It was the older one.
Yeah, I can't think of her name as on the show. Anyway, her birthday. Gary Oldman, 67, also an actor. Actor Matthew Broderick is 63.
He's getting up there.
We're getting old,
We're
dude.
getting up there.
We are. Some talk show host. She's 63.
Get out of here.
Rosie something or other. Donald. Okay. Football player.
Yes.
Adrian Peterson is 40. And the reason I know this is a player, because he's 40 and in the birthdays.
He's a playa.
So he's a playa, not a coach yet. So happy birthday. And Scott Eastwood, Clint Eastwood's kid, he's 39. And what did I just read on him recently about a movie him and his father are producing together?
He looks like his dad.
He does, but normally he's busted into the acting, and now he's going to start doing a little producing and directing with his dad. So that's pretty cool. His dad's what, like 120?
Pretty much. He's 90-something.
Yeah, he's getting up there. So happy birthday to anyone else out there that we don't have. Hope you have a great day and a fabulous, fabulous birthday.
Wow, you're saying that kind of angry.
No, that was my excited sound. Fabulous.
Birthdays brought to us by Hometown Real Estate. You know, Neil, we're running short on time.
Vanessa. Thank you, Amber. Vanessa from
Cosby Show.
The Huxtables.
Oh, yes.
Yeah. You can't. I wish I could do a Bill Cosby impersonation.
I thought you were having a fit of some sort.
Yeah.
Let's take a little bit of a break. We need to still squeeze in some of our sponsors. So let's hear from them, and we'll be back and wrap up the show after this. The mission of Essence of Life Hospice is to provide comprehensive, coordinated care to individuals with life-limiting illnesses and to their families, and to support them in the process of death and bereavement. Our goal is to provide palliative care that addresses the physical, psychological, and spiritual dimensions of service for the terminally ill as an integrated whole. We pride ourselves on providing the highest quality care and are on call 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. For more information, visit essencehospice.com.
Attention Iowa business owners. Is your business missing sales because you're too busy to follow up? Every missed call or delayed message could be costing you money. At Easy Biz Tech, we help local businesses stay ahead by automating customer follow-up, so no lead gets left behind. Missed a call? Our system texts back instantly. Need personalized outreach? We send automated texts, emails, and even use AI-powered voice agents to connect with your customers 24/7. Stop losing money because of slow follow-up. Contact Easy Biz Tech today, where Iowa businesses win online.
Looking for more than just a job? Find a career where you make a difference right in your community.
What I appreciate about First Resources is our dedication to innovation, always looking for ways to expand programming and offer greater opportunities for our staff and everyone involved.
First Resources staff are amazing. They're committed and they are motivated and they are fierce advocates to help clients meet their goals.
If you're ready to join a team committed to making a difference, apply online and join us at First Resources.
Brothers Market at 118 South Main Street in Sigourney, where savings are made simple. Go to www.shopbrothersmarket.com. Digital coupons, earn rewards, deal of the week, shopping deals, and more. And make sure you download the Brothers Market app. It is a smart way to shop. Get into Brothers Market at 118 South Main in Sigourney and let Rick and the staff help you out or give them a call. 641-622-2191. Hey, we thank Brothers Market in Sigourney for being our headline sponsor here on Steve Shuttler Media. And, of course, Oski Dental sponsoring our studios. We're about out of here for today. Let's take one last look at our weekend weather. It's brought to us by the Garden Gate. Meteorologist Neil Crott in the house. Where did you go to school to be a meteorologist, by the way?
I went to meteorology 301 school in Detroit.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because they have the best weather classes ever. I'm not kidding you guys. If you want to be a meteorologist, go to Detroit.
Yeah, Detroit City. Rock City.
Quick rundown of the forecast today. Chance of showers after 5, partly sunny the rest of the day. 59 breezy, and winds could be gusting up to 35 miles per hour today. 30% chance of showers and thunderstorms this evening, mostly cloudy, and a overnight blustery low of 26 degrees. Increasing clouds tomorrow, 56 for a high, and Sunday, chance of rain before 1, mostly sunny, a high near 58. Again, breezy.
Breezy. Hey, we didn't look at our pet of the week yet. I apologize. Our weekly pet from the Heartland Humane Society in Ottumwa, sponsored by Fairy Dog Grooming Salon. This dog is named Mallory. Let me see. You see Fairy Dog Grooming Salon's information.
Mm-hmm.
You see.
I see.
You see. I want to get the information on Mallory the dog.
Yeah.
Put this post up last night. So Mallory is a super sweet 6-year-old Belgian Malinois mix. I don't know what that word is.
Where is it?
She's about 56 pounds, great on a leash, knows basic commands, and is potty trained, loves squeaky toys, but is gentle with her toys as well. So loves car rides and would love to be your dog.
This totally sounds like my profile on dating apps.
Is good with squeaky toys?
Squeaky toys, potty trained, loves car rides.
Knows basic commands.
Yeah.
So Mallory.
I've never heard of that dog, that breed.
I'm not sure.
It's a cool looking dog.
Mallory is our weekly pet from the Heartland Humane Society, sponsored by Fairy Dog Grooming Salon. Once again, we're just a few hours away now, about 2.5 hours away now from our Iowa Music Showcase coming up today at Barnwired, located on the south side of the square in Sigourney, just below us here. The Oski Dental Studios right above Barnwired on the square in Sigourney. We've got Cody Vandermolen. We talked to him earlier today. Cody coming to us from Grimes, Iowa. We're going to get to know him. We're going to have him play some original tunes for us and eat some great food, drink some great coffee at Barnwired in Sigourney. If you can't be there in person, watch it online or listen to it in podcast form. And then tomorrow we'll be right back at Barnwired for the sports section. Starting at 8 a.m. We've got Aaliyah Cooper and Aiden Reeves lined up to be our guests.
Back to your pumping up today's music showcase. I liked how you threw in there, drink some coffee. Let's be honest, Steve. You and I are going to be drinking Diet Mountain Dew.
We drink our Diet Dew. We get the big ones.
The biggest ones they make.
We sip on that for our, usually, I don't know, we're usually there about 3 hours on
Seems
a
like
Friday. So we get the big one and we sip on the Diet Dew. But,
Yep.
But you can also, as another deal going on at Barnwire today, just get a plain house black coffee for free in memory of Jerry Damerville.
That's pretty cool.
One of their top customers that just recently passed away. So in honor of Jerry.
That's very
All right.
cool.
You got any big weekend plans?
I'm trying to think here real quick. I love going through the community calendar because then there's like, wow.
It tells you stuff to do.
I wouldn't mind going to that Tenderloin thing, and I wouldn't mind going to see the play. And it's like, am I going to do anything this weekend? I mean, let's be honest. I hope to do some fun things. You got big plans?
I just got stuff going on today and tomorrow, and then I think I'm going to make my mom and we're road tripping tomorrow.
Really?
We're gonna run up to Northwest Iowa to see my sister and brother-in-law.
Cool.
So
that'll be fun.
And make a road trip to Dana, Iowa.
So when you and your mom road trip, do you have a special
it's a party?
Do you have a special cassette that you put in
Yeah.
the road trip version, or
it's the Steve Mom cassette?
If there's any kids right now, they're like, "Huh? What's a cassette?"
Mom yells, "Shotgun!" And padiddle when we see one.
Does she
headlight
punch
out.
you
Yeah.
when there's a padiddle? That would be great. I'm going to tell her that today. She needs to do that. Hit him once for me.
That's my big plan.
That's cool. Well, good deal. Yeah, no big plans. Just, with this weather, probably not going to be outside doing a whole lot yet. But oh well, it'll come, guys. It'll get there. The weather will switch before you know it.
All right, let's get out of here. Again, thanks to Brothers Market. Thanks to Oski Dental. Otherwise, we'll see you guys around. Maybe today, maybe tomorrow, maybe Sunday, maybe Monday, possibly Tuesday.
Depends on what you're doing and where.
Wednesday is always a potential.
Oh,
or Thursday.
Thursdays are bad for me, but any other day works.
Bye.